Lilie Chouliaraki, your most recent book, The Ironic Spectator, is about us, the rich in the West, who give to charities, to the poor in disasters, and feel great about it, but feel for themselves. Now, when you see, say, to pick at random, an actress, Angelina Jolie, meeting a Foreign Secretary, William Hague, does this fill you with a kind of disgust?
Absolutely not. I actually think that celebrities can play a very important role in humanitarianism and in humanitarian practice in general. But what I object to is the way in which celebrities have become the main platform, the spearheads, if you like, of the message that we need to be solidary to distant others. I think celebrities have a role to play, a political role to play, perhaps more with targeted groups, lobbying, fundraising, where they're extremely successful and where they can harness the massive symbolic and economic capital to good causes.
But you're being polite about them, because in a way they're feeding our narcissism, aren't they?
I'm not being polite about them. I just want to differentiate two different aspects of humanitarian practice. One is how they can actually, as I said, harness their potential, and they can, in fact, by doing that, they can give a lot to the field, and they can really help vulnerable others. And the second thing that I'm most concerned with is how we communicate the need for solidarity. What are the platforms we really use which can reach out people in ways that can make the cause of those vulnerable others known to us and understood to us? Celebrities are not good for that, I argue. And they are not good for that because in our society, using celebrity as a communicative platform, not Angelina Jolie or George Clooney as individuals, but as a platform for communication, they tend to draw attention more to themselves as celebrities rather than to the cause they talk about.
They won't really do the backroom work, will they? That's not attractive to them because it is a kind of deal, isn't it? They will appear on the front page, as it were, and feel better, and we'll feel better giving because they're part of it.
Well, I think they do the kind of corridors of power work as well, and they have done, and they have contributed quite a lot to that. I mean, we can then question the politics of that, the transparency of that, the motivations behind that, and that would be fine. That's a kind of domain of critical inquiry in itself. But what I'm interested in, and what I think should become also a focus of critical interrogation on behalf of the NGO sector, is are they the best voice to talk about those who suffer?
And what can we do? What can we do? Because in a way those roots are out, and you talk in your book about kind of building up a kind of public interest, not of the self and not of the rich. But what does that mean? How can we do something different?
Oh, as I said, I think the humanitarian sector is one of the most reflexive sectors that there is around working on these questions of solidarity with vulnerable others. And I think what we need to do is work further on the question of representation. No representation is going to do justice to those others. Partly because every representation is, as we know, an act of power. So we will be representing them in ways that may not completely resonate with our own experiences. And we will never be able to capture that difference that they embody. But what we can try is strive for representations that on the one hand bring into the picture the question of justice, ask the question of values. Why are we doing this? Why is it important to connect to that world outside ourselves? And second, bring their voices in. Their voices have never been in.
Do you think that the ultimate ironic spectator is the academic?
Well, in the sense that the academic is perhaps the spectator with the most analytical distance from those spectacles, yes, I would say we are ironic. However, what we academics do or can do or should do is that we can fight the cynicism that comes with the ironic position, the cynicism that nothing can be done really. I'll take my distance and give a few pounds, but that's all. No, we have to strive for new formulations of solidarity, a new imagination, if you like, of altruism with distant others.
Lilie Chouliaraki, thank you very much for submitting yourself to the Gearty grilling.
Thank you very much.